All right. Previewing the series against Arkansas, we'll have Ilana and Gabby afterwards to start the questions, guys. Ryan.
Yeah, Patty, I guess we got to start off with facing DJ this weekend. What do you think about that hitting coach on the other side?
I'm proud of him. He does a good job, and this is something that is always uncomfortable in our family. We've met him before when he was at Utah. So there's a little banter back and forth, not between me, but between the brothers, because they both do the same job. But it's kind of more of a celebration, honestly, that I just remember when these guys were little, and I was like, I'm doing a horrible job being a mom, being a coach, I'm not taking care of them. I never in a million years thought that they would end up being maybe coaches, but not softball coaches. And the fact that they're both doing it is just, to me, it's like a celebration of wow. So for them, it's something different, but for me, this is really fun and exciting.
Got a chance to talk to him today, and he said he might have to chirp you a little bit when you're in the third base box.
All I have to do is go, DJ, and he'll stop.
Funny, that's exactly what he said.
Did he really?
He said, DJ, stop. Was the exact words.
I'll go like, yes, he knows. I'll go down the line if he's bothering me. I'll stay away. But I just gotta stay focused. He's the guy that will unfocus me. He does that. He knows how.
Nelly, redshirt freshman as a captain, just how has she grown into that role off the field, and what's it been like to watch her bat explode the last couple of weeks?
God, I think Nelly's really matured quite a bit and has a good understanding of how this program works, has a good understanding of being a good leader through example. I've been really happy with her production at the plate. She's out there right now. She's late coming in because she wants more ground balls. And that's really a true example of the professionalism that she takes in what she does.
Jesse in the chat.
Patty, I know you didn't have Sam in that pitching staff last weekend, but what did you, a couple days since that series, what did you learn about this pitching staff and maybe managing them, or how they, just overall, what did you learn about that staff?
I felt a little bit of nerves at times from a few of them, but they never quit and they kept fighting, and we needed them to do that. Give up a single, it's okay, but we needed to minimize walks, and walks were a little uncharacteristic of these pitchers. So I knew that there were some nerves involved, but there were some bright, shining moments for them, and I think Audrey Lowry just came in at the right time when both teams were like on their last breath, and she was on her first, and she just handled it like a champ, like a veteran. And I think we had to go through that experience to know what this could feel like, and just trust that our hitters will score runs for you, our defense will make plays, but just keep fighting, and they did that.
Well, along those lines, you go to Arkansas this coming weekend, a team that, they go for 20 runs on Sunday. We've seen them have, offensive explosions. What's going to be important for them going up against, Arkansas lineup like this?
I think no free bases. Just keep, let them put the ball in play and let us try to make the plays. Keep the ball in the yard. They swing it. They swing well, very well. Top to bottom, they've got speed, so they're another tough top 10 opponent that we're going to have to go up against. I think South Carolina was a great starting point for us to learn how to do this maybe and manage this a little bit better. But I think they're going to be ready. We've got to keep the ball in play and allow us to make the plays. No walks. I don't care about strikeouts. Just keep the ball in a place where we can make a play for you.
Super quick follow-up. Just where is Sam? I know you mentioned she was going to go through practices and stuff this week. Just where is she at?
She threw today and was frustrated because she wanted more, and we shut her down. You'll see her on the mound tomorrow in some way, and I think that should be enough to have her ready to go over the weekend.
Speaking of tomorrow, as you have a new group, any more difficult to go from conference series to midweek and then back to mentally, or is it just kind of everything's so new, they just go boom, boom, boom through everything?
with this group, I guess we're gonna find out, because this was the first, that was a draining weekend we just went through. So what are they gonna bring? They already beat Tulsa. They better be, when we talked about it, you better have your eyes open and ready to play, because Tulsa knows how to beat us. They've done it before in midweek, and that would really hurt our cause. So we are coming in ready to go. We know that. We're using it as a preparation, one last preparation for Arkansas, but we've got to compete tomorrow. We can't go up thinking ahead, and that's usually the problem with some teams, is they're so wrapped up and already learning about their opponent for the weekend, they just skip over the midweek. We cannot do that. We will not do that.
And then as you roll through to the weekend, just how excited you see this group into a road atmosphere in the SEC, as all these will be nice and new for you guys.
I warned them, we talked about it. I said, put yourself in the good news is we've been in loud surroundings. And although this is our home field, sometimes the loudness can really rattle you a little bit, because you can't hear what's going on. You can't hear your teammates at times. So at least we're used to it. And this is gonna be a different style for us. There's gonna be some Sooner fans there, but not even close. So we're gonna have to learn to deal with the noise, whether it's for us or against us. But I think having that many people in our own stadium really helps prepare us for this.
James Jackson, James. Yeah.
Coach, as you battled at South Carolina this past weekend, and you learned a lot about your team, but is there still some more things you want to look for when you're going against Tulsa and then later this weekend as well?
Yeah, I think one thing we really want to do is clean up the defense, and I'll tell you that I do want to try to get some players an opportunity like Tia Malloy, Sydney Sanders, Maya Bland, Cheney Helton has been working well, Corey Hicks. I want to try to get these guys some innings tomorrow. But again, I'm not trying to step over a team. We've got to really play hard. So those are things that we hope can happen for us. You might see Sydney Barker working a little bit at first base as well, because I think she's really good, needs to find a place to help us out. And I think that might get Sid Sanders off her feet at times, which I think could help her. So those are things we're looking for in Sam Landry, to go out and have good control and feel like she's ready to go for the weekend. So those are some of the checkpoints we're looking for.
James.
It was interesting talking to DJ today, because
Wait a minute. When did you guys talk to DJ? What's
on
going
Zoom.
on here? Oh, you did a Zoom with DJ?
Yeah, it was
Just
him.
DJ?
Yeah,
Oh,
just
geez.
DJ.
Okay, I'm gonna hear about, okay.
Yeah, I couldn't really get my stuff to work, so I just listened to it for the most part.
Oh,
He talked a lot about his relationship with his brother and all he learned from his brother. And, you hired, him, your oldest son, to come and coach for you. Did you have a philosophy on hitting that was set in stone and that TJ just took off and made it better? Or, because, they talk a little bit about this, this Gasso way of hitting. All right, so what does that mean and everything?
DJ. The offensive philosophy really was designed by JT.
Okay.
And JT was kind of a GA with us, and then he went off and kind of created his own hitting style, and then I hired him back, and that's when he implemented it. And it's just been growing and growing and growing through new technology and new science and things that are really changing the way our team is swinging. And DJ is jumping on board. At first he was like, JT, tell me, and JT's like, no, figure it out yourself. I mean, that's how they were doing things. So I think DJ is really done they're good hitters, and they're strong, and he's done a good job with them. I don't know if they're talking the same language, because they tell me they don't talk a lot, but I think that they talk hitting some. But then they go so far and then they stop. Like, they won't go too far. So I don't ask. I'm done with those two fighting. I just want my sweet little grandkids So I don't want to deal with those guys, but they're good. They're both really, really good at what they do. And, yeah.
You talked about how well Arkansas hits.
Mhm.
How about pitch? How well do they
Yeah,
pitch?
very well. I was very similar to South Carolina in our numbers. If you take our numbers and we did it with South Carolina, I'm doing it with Arkansas, our numbers are almost identical. They're a little ahead of us here and there, but I mean, our at-bats are maybe 25 total at-bats difference, that they have more than we do, you know, and just
Yeah.
very similar. Numbers, very, very similar. They have a good lefty, Heron, that is their number one, but they do have a stable of pitchers that are very, very good, and their numbers show it. So the numbers are very similar to ours from the pitching side as well. So it's going to be a really even matchup.